They see me. They're pushing me. They're pushing me. They're pushing me. Come on now. Come on now.
I'm banging out. Just 4 people, bro.
Got 2. Damn, 60's on that board. These dudes are both low. Oh my god, bro.
Stay there, stay alive.
Get off me, boy! All cooked. All cooked.
Just 2.
Oh. You see general or streaming? It's a voice channel. It's a voice channel.
Does it go by Stefan Blanco?
Nah, only on PS4.
Why don't you just block him?
I have him blocked. But it's because he changed.
Then I unsubscribed to your channel.
Get wrecked, kid.
He shot me through that thing. Trying to shoot you, little buddy. Right there, Jim. Might be spawning behind you.
5 of you. You guys are getting shredded.
Oh!
Down me, Jay, down me.
Fuck, I'm dead. Oh. You would have a shield, and you still got cooked.
Now entering an occupied zone.
Go.
Oh my. Oh, he got. Oh my. Oh.
I don't understand why I didn't get fucking.
What is that?
I swear, oh my god, thanks for making me stop.
Oh my god.
Supply drop delayed.
Yo, what is this man doing, bro? What's up, you guys? GourmetJayy here, and I'm back with my updated monster AR build. This one is this one hits so much harder than the other build, and I finally got most of the pieces that I wanted. So just going straight into it, we'll start off with the weapons. I was able to find an AR that had Optimus on it, so I went ahead and transferred the Optimus talent on here. Optimus is where weapon damage is increased by 3% for every 10% ammo missing from the magazine. I have Allegro, which is 10% rate of fire, and Overlap. While holstered, your equipped weapon gains a handling bonus based on this weapon's type. So I use this AK for conflict and the normalized DZ, and then if I need to PvE or go into the occupied DZ, I use this AK because obviously it hits a lot harder. So Going into the second weapon, I use the utilize the chatterbox for its third talent, which is the blabbermouth. While holstered, reloading your weapon within 5 seconds after a kill grants 20% rate of fire for 10 seconds. As far as my sidearm, I use this double barrel for the third talent as well. Protected reload. While equipped, this weapon grants a 10% bonus armor while reloading. And then going into the actual build, I use 3 piece y'all. I use the Outsummit armament backpack, the Fenrisk holster, and Gila knee pads. So getting into the mask first, what y'all actually offers and why I prefer this over Providence is 10% weapon handling, which is reload speed, accuracy, and stability, and 8% hazard protection, which helps against, which is exotic damage resilience for my Division 1 players. For those who aren't familiar with that is, it's basically protection against fire, explosive damage, anything that's like an exotic damage that's not a bullet basically. And then 5% weapon damage. So this is better for a DPS player, and Providence I would say is better for a skill build. And then for attributes, I have 6,613 health, then 13% hazard protection. I have, as far as the talent, I have centered, where headshot kills grant status effect immunity for 10 seconds. On the chest piece, I have a y'all chest piece, and I actually, as you can see, I'm missing weapon damage and headshot damage. So I'm stuck with crit damage, and this isn't even a crit build. So the whole gist of the build is stacking weapon damage. Instead of stacking crit chance on your AR build, you should be stacking weapon damage, because crits are almost irrelevant. I mean, you have to be, the enemies may need to be within a certain range, and with the current meta with SMGs, they're going to rush up on you, and you're not going to get any crits if they're within those 10 meters, those 10 plus meters, within that range I should say. So with stacking weapon damage, you can still beam and you can still fight up close, so it works out both ways. So I have bonus armor on here. I have 18% crit damage, which I basically don't even use, and then I have 6% health. So this build hits harder than the previous build. It hits like 1k harder, and I don't even have weapon damage or headshot damage on here. So imagine if I had that on here. And then I have Berserk, where 10% weapon damage for every 10% of max armor is depleted. It requires a shotgun, SMG, or assault rifle. As far as the mods, I have 1,752 health, 754 armor regen, 2% incoming healing. As far as the second mod, I have 2,735 bonus armor, 6% explosive resistance, and 1.5 total armor. As far as the holster, the Fenris holster, I use this for the 10% assault rifle damage. I have 9,224 health, 5,340 health on kill, and then I have devastating, where I get 5% extra weapon damage. As far as the knee pads, the Gila knee pads, these offer me 5% total armor. I have 5,530 bonus armor on here, and then I have damage to elites, which helps out with PvE. As far as the defense protocol mods, I have 2,322 health, 2,517 armor on kill, 1% extra incoming healing, and then the second mod, 1,212 bonus armor, 11% poison resistance, and 3.62 crit chance resistance. So this right here is big. If you guys can find these mods and it reduces the crits, the crits that an SMG can use on you, it basically shuts down their entire build. An SMG build, the clutch build, is basically centered around crit. So if you can find mods that can reduce the amount, the chance that they crit, that severely cripples them. So this is big right here. And then as far as my gloves, I have y'all gloves, where I have skill power and 7% assault rifle damage. I have precise, where it's 15% headshot damage. As far as my backpack, I have the Summit armament backpack with 10% cooldown reduction. This is kind of just any backpack that I found that I could use, because it had weapon damage on here. I don't have any other bags that have a large amount of weapon damage. So if I could, I would love to get Araldi Holdings, where I get that extra accuracy so that it's easier for me to land my shots. And then as far as safeguard, as far as the talents, I have safeguard, where killing a target grants a 150 bonus to repairing and healing effects for 20 seconds. and then capacitive, where I get 20% skill duration. And it would be nice if I could actually get hardened right here so that I can have more armor. So as you guys can see, this build still has room for improvement. Like, I'm not saying this build is perfect. Basically, this build is a blueprint for you guys to be tanky, hit hard, and basically fight against the meta. And then as far as the mods, I have 1% weapon damage, 3% assault rifle damage, and 1% damage to health, which is really good for ARs. So this is basically 5% added to my build right here. Okay, and then I almost forgot the other weapon that I use that you guys have been seeing me use is this custom P416 G3. It has 17k base damage, and I have Optimus on here with weapon damage is increased by 3% for every 10% ammo missing from the mag. I have Allegro, which is 10% rate of fire, and Wascally. While holstered, you are able to resist 5 ensnare attempts, can occur once every 60 seconds. So, in the previous build, I was hitting 19k, and now with this build, if I ran the same AK, I'm hitting 20k, and this is in the Occupied DZ. So basically everything is normalized in conflict and in the normalized DZ. So this is definitely better. I mean, I do miss the extended mag, but this Allegro right here on this one is just, it's unmatched. You're shooting so fast for a weapon that hits so hard. Okay, and then let's go into the actual stats of the gear. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this one on, since this is what I use in the Occupied DZ, and I've been going in the Occupied DZ a lot lately. So I have 20,153 weapon damage. I have no crit chance because I'm not utilizing crit chance. Remember, you do not need crit chance on an AR build. If you have weapon damage, you can still out DPS another AR that has crit chance. If you stack enough weapon damage, you'll be good. I have 85% headshot damage, 31 meters as far, I believe, for range, 2.2 seconds as far as reload time, and I have the reload speed bonus, which is 10%. And I have -10 accuracy and -10 stability. So if I could get Araldi Holdings, it would give me back my accuracy. And then as far as stability, I'm on PC with this build, so I don't really notice the jump on the weapon too much, the recoil. And then as far as weapon handling, 10%. I have 21.5 all weapons damage bonus and 35% assault rifle damage bonus. So I can still stack damage on this build, and right now I'm hitting in the Occupied DZ 60k as far as headshots. You know, if my health is going down, if initially when starting off I'm hitting 38k to the head in initial shots. This is without my health going down at the top of my mag with 30 bullets in my mag. So with Optimus, the lower my mag goes, the more I shoot, the more damage I get. The more I get shot, the more damage I do. So the build is all synergized. It doesn't matter if I shoot you, I get more damage. If you shoot me, I get more damage. It works out that way. So the build is incredibly strong, and I can still get more armor. So as you can see, I have 175,000. I can get hardened. I would like to get hardened on my backpack. And then I have 53,000 health. And then skill power, not utilizing skill power because I don't have enough to unlock any of the mods. And then as far as my specialist, I use the survivalist, which has the crossbow. It gives me that extra assault rifle damage, and it's really strong. So I suggest that you use this specialist for ARs. As far as how I mod my weapon, I use the T2 micro red dot sight for my sight. It offers 20% accuracy. It takes away 10% crit chance. As far as my mag, I use the precision 7.62 mag, which offers 15% headshot damage, takes away damage to elites. This is my PvP mag. If I want to PvE, I would use the light extended 7.62 mag, where it gives me 30 rounds and takes away 5% weapon damage. As far as the grip, I use the hand stop, which gives me 10% reload speed, takes away 10% stability. I'm not really worried about stability since I'm on PC and it's easier for me to control my recoil. As far as the muzzle, I use the large suppressor 7.62, which offers me 20% accuracy and it takes away 5% damage to elites. Since I'm on PC, I really don't need to put extra stability on here. Over time I've trained myself to be able to control the AK, so I'm not really noticing a big difference. I mean, unless I'm using the P416, which is extremely stable, that's like, I mean, I feel that difference. But I mean, as far as this, it's not very hard for me to control my recoil, so I don't utilize the stability, the flash hider, or the Omega rifle suppressor. But if you want to PvE and you want that extra damage to elites, then I would go with either the compensator or the Omega rifle suppressor. So I hope you guys utilize this build. I know it's pretty rough right now fighting against the meta. My goal right now in the Division 2 is to find builds that basically work for everyone, and to find a counter to every build, because, you know, I see a lot of comments, I see a lot of people, you know, they don't particularly enjoy the PvP meta, and it's hard for them to fight against it. So my objective is to find a counter against every build. So I hope this build definitely helps you guys out, especially against the current meta. The current meta is pretty rough to fight against, and a lot of people have been complaining, you know, calling for nerfs and such. Before we call for nerfs, I think that we should explore every option and try to find counters. And this build is a strong counter against the current meta, against shields, against vectors. The only thing that it doesn't really counter is the one-shot sniper, because there isn't really a counter for it. So if you guys are new to the channel, you definitely want to subscribe and definitely like it, as it helps get the channel out there, and I can push more of these builds out there, push more of these builds for you guys. So appreciate you guys coming through. Enjoy the rest of the vid. Peace.
He's saying like, click on the game.
Yeah, log in. Make some squads real quick.
And then it'll pop up.
Then I'll see it in the story.
You're gonna buy that $20?
Die, you stupid. Oh, so annoying. It's dumb Michael, man.
They're only making me stronger.
Two on top, two on top.
I'm coming though.
Oh, don't get shot at my boy.
Got two.
I feel like this mag is too small. I don't want to add those 12 rounds.
Oh my god, my man got ready.